Good morning and welcome back to the NBA Daily, live from Summer League. I'm Dave DuFour here with Alex Speers and Andrew Schlecht. Part 2 of our off-season awards, Alex Speers style. We're having a good time.
And we're going to jump right into it now as a reminder of the rules in case you guys forgot, which would be so embarrassing. But I'm going to alternate between you two for the awards. You cannot choose the same thing. So if the guy before you chooses what you're going to say, you have to change. I will not accept the same answer. Okay, so our first award today is the Dream Scenario Award. This award goes to the player who changed teams this summer that you think is now in the perfect spot for them. And Andrew, I'm going to start with you.
The perfect spot.
The perfect spot. Ja. Maybe you didn't love where they were originally, or you felt like, if they could just get somewhere where they play a little differently.
People may not like this answer.
I'm going to hate it.
Yeah. I think that if DeAndre Ayton is going to work, it's going to be in Los Angeles.
I love that answer.
So I think that this is his dream scenario. He's playing, we think he's going to be playing with two of the best passers ever to play the game.
Yeah.
In LeBron and Luka. Like, all he has to do is catch the ball and finish. That's all he's got to do. And then care about defense. And if he can do those two things, he's going to be awesome for the Lakers. He is so talented. He's the number one pick for a reason.
Yeah.
So I think that DeAndre Ayton has been given such a huge gift in being able to sign with the Lakers. And I think, I honestly think it's going to work. To what degree, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do think, this is going to be a success for Ayton and for the Lakers. And if it's not, it's over. It's done. The experiments are over. The whole Ayton thing is just absolutely cooked.
What are your guys' opinions, big picture, about the Lakers? Because I do feel like there's a lot of negative energy right now about the Lakers, and maybe part of that is just the LeBron question mark.
Right.
Maybe that's all that.
It's like a cloud hanging over the entire thing.
But that team was very good after that trade. They finished as the third seed in the West.
Right.
They were the team that Thunder fans were most scared of.
Me, in particular.
Yeah.
Those final two games we played against them, terrified. So Andrew, it sounds like you're a little bit more positive. So do you guys still think that this should be a team in contention for a top 6 spot or a home court advantage spot?
I think they're on that bubble. I think they're on the play-in top 6 bubble.
Okay.
If Ayton is good, as he can be, then they could be a top 4 team in the West, right? They have more size now. They got LeBron, and him and Luka, that's the highest level playmaking you can possibly get.
Yeah.
We've all seen skinny Luka, right?
It's great.
He's looking good. You can see the little vein in his arm coming out, so he's clearly in the weight room, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe he's super fit and doesn't have a down year, or as far as health goes, because his calf has been a huge issue for 3 years now.
Yeah, that's true.
So hopefully he's healthy. I'm pretty okay on the Lakers. I think they've done okay. Jake LaRavia is fine, right? You lose Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's a downgrade to Jake LaRavia, but Jake LaRavia can play. I mean, a lot of Memphis folks are upset.
Is he a top 8 playoff player?
Probably not.
All right.
Doesn't he have to be?
Yeah.
In this context, he has to be.
He maybe has to be. But we'll see.
That's what I'm saying. Is cool, you got him, but
it's all going to be, they get to play off of Luka Doncic and LeBron James. So I think Jake LaRavia is probably going to look the best he's ever looked.
I think you just need defenders around those guys, though.
I agree with that.
That's the biggest thing. Why have we not learned this lesson? That you need guys that can shoot threes and play defense. That's all you need around those guys.
Yeah.
It's literally the only thing that you need.
They don't grow on trees, though. And the problem that the Lakers have is that they're running on this.
They had one in Finney-Smith, though.
But they're thinking too much about that long-term money. They are clearly not trying to win a title next season. Okay. I would say that.
Somebody explained to me LaRavia being this this great
first phone call
piece, and just not even negotiating and goodwill with
Dorian Finney-Smith, who was. It makes no sense to me.
Help me understand it.
Makes no sense to me. Jake LaRavia being your first call on free agency, which apparently Rob Pelinka is very serious about not getting hit with tampering charges.
Yeah.
But Jake LaRavia being your first phone call, I'm sorry, it's a little bit sad because you're the Lakers.
You're the Lakers.
And to lose a player like Dorian Finney-Smith to the Rockets is even more embarrassing to me. Like Luka and Dorian Finney-Smith are tight. How do you let that happen? Luka, by the way, Luka might be a free agent. And I think if I'm the Lakers, I'm thinking about that. Like, Luka's not going to want to lose. Like, all of this talk about LeBron saying, hey, I'm not comfortable with them thinking about long-term instead of trying to win now.
Yeah.
Luka wants to win now. This guy was just in the finals.
I do think that some of the negative talk about the Lakers is kind of underselling the possibility of what a career year Luka would look like, and the effect that would have. Because his best season was 2 years ago, that 23-24 season when the Mavericks won 50 games. He played 70 games during that season. Like, if he comes back healthy and plays a full season, I just don't think people are fully baking in how good of a player. Like, that's like prime Harden level floor raiser.
Top four in the NBA.
Yeah. Right. Where, you can just throw him out with anyone and win 50 games. So,
well, and he's had a longer summer. Yeah. He played until the finals the year before.
And the year before that, he played in the World Cup and went deep in the World Cup.
So he's had more rest than he's had in a long time.
Right.
So you both are taking Lakers over, it sounds like.
I think so. Well, what's the number?
What is the
I don't know.
Let me find out where we're at.
58.5.
That's not right.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what it is.
Like, absolutely
you guys already committed to it.
Absolutely not.
I'll look it up. In the meantime,
actually, we were all over the place with the Lakers.
We kind of were, yeah. I like what they're doing theoretically because I think Ayton, obviously Ayton is a skilled player. It's just about him putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
Luka is a guy I think can really make Ayton look special. And Ayton 100%. Clearly, from a skill and just physicality standpoint, like the way he moves, Ayton is great. Yeah. Can he be more forceful? Stop shooting these little fadeaways. And I like the jump hook, but he needs to go at the basket some. He's shot 1.5 free throws a game.
Yeah. But on the other hand, a lot of those shots that he's taking in the mid-range, they're going to be wide open.
The mid-range is great. I actually think he can live there.
Yeah.
He shoots like KD in the mid-range.
Yeah.
The Suns, low-key, that title run that they went on, a lot of that was just how good Ayton and Booker were and Chris Paul were at eating up that mid-range shot. So
I feel like every game during that playoff run, there was some new stat about DeAndre Ayton. Like, no one shot this high percentage over this amount of playoff games. Yeah. Okay, Dave, who is in your dream scenario?
I'm going to go with Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez.
All right. Brook Lopez. He's old, right? He needs to be a backup.
Confirmed.
Needs to be a backup. Now lives close to Disneyland.
Yeah.
He's going to be
great point.
Adjacent to Disneyland. But also for the Clippers, they needed a real high-level backup for Zubac. By the time that they get, they're playing the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And Zubac is wrecked by the end of that series.
Yeah.
Every time he left the court, they fell apart.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what Denver had, right? That's why they went on and get Jonas Valanciunas. And so I think Brook Lopez, man, that's about as high-level backup as you can get. If Zoo has to miss a game, if Zoo gets hurt, you now have got incredible insurance. That defense is going to be so solid for the full 48 minutes.
Yeah.
And you've got a big who can space the floor like Brook Lopez that they've needed in the Clippers. Yeah. Because getting him out of the paint is going to allow Harden to drive. Yeah. It's going to allow Kawhi to get into the spaces that he wants to be in. I think that this is a really great fit for a guy who was on his way out, right? And he hasn't totally lost a step. He's slower than he was, and he's not as good at protecting the rim, but he hasn't experienced this drop off like most guys his size do. It's a little bit like Al Horford. How is Al Horford still doing this? I have no idea. Brook Lopez similar. And I think that this allows him to kind of preserve himself a little bit. He's going to play 15, 20 minutes a night at most. I think it's a great fit.
I remember that deal he signed, I guess it was 2 years ago when the Rockets were going after him. And then at that point, it felt like, oh my gosh, the Bucks just spent so much money on Brook Lopez. He's obviously going to fall apart. And the fact that he's still contributing at a pretty high level, and now he's going to be in a perfect position because he's a backup.
He makes the Clippers. If you think about it, if the Clippers had him in that series against the Nuggets, I don't think the Nuggets get out of that series. I think that is such a massive upgrade over what they were doing. Ben Simmons was the backup center a lot.
Yes.
It was absurd for them. So, it's a huge upgrade. And then John Collins, they got big.
They did.
I think Brook is, imagine Brook and John Collins both out there. That's a lot of space.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it.
Our next award, the Cool Your Jets Award. This award goes to the team whose offseason you think is getting a little overrated. by most NBA fans. Dave, we're going to start with you.
Is it the Rockets? Is it the Rockets?
Huh? I don't know.
Okay.
You tell me.
Kevin Durant.
Yes.
How many teams has he been on now?
OKC, Golden State, Brooklyn, Phoenix, 5.
How many coaches has he had?
I don't want to do that one.
Exactly.
That's going to take long.
So, all right, we're at the point now. Kevin Durant, like twilight years, I think he'll probably play a long, long time, right? Like he just is, that's all he cares about is basketball.
Yeah.
But he is now at this point injury prone. Like beyond just a guy like who's had some injuries. He's injury
just
prone.
based on his age.
I mean, we watched him sprain his ankle in a warm-up, and it was a freak thing. But that is like, he's old and the Achilles. You know, this is like a real thing. Like, he's going to miss 20, 25 games.
Yeah.
Can they withstand that? Jalen Green, for all of his warts, that dude, he scored every night for them. And he was there in every single game. And having these guys who can eat minutes and eat innings, you need them. And if their best player is Kevin Durant and he's going to miss any significant time in the season, they're going to struggle when he's out. They already struggle offensively. He's really going to be this huge, what is that stuff called? The plexi seal or whatever, where the guy slaps the big
Flex
thing.
seal.
Flex seal. Thank you. He's going to be this team's flex seal to hide the warts of their offense that doesn't exist, right?
Yeah.
So he's coming in and he's just going to be this big time shot maker. But if he's not out there, what happens?
I guess, well, it depends. Is Fred VanVleet going to be healthy? Because, like, Fred VanVleet's so important to what they do. But I don't know. I'm not too worried because I feel like their defense gives them such a high floor, especially in the regular season, that I do feel like they're going to be able to manage. Now, if KD's missing like half the season,
well, yeah,
then maybe it's something different. But if he's playing like 60 games this year, I think that will be fine. I do.
We'll see. I don't know. I think it's going to be. I just think it's going to be glaring when he's not on the court.
I do agree with that. I mean, especially offensively.
Yeah.
But I just love the backbone that they have on that team with their defensive identity.
I love all their guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the team a lot, but I think that this idea that adding KD now makes them like, oh, they're title contender. They were a fake 2 seed last year, right? Like they were a deep team that wanted.
Yeah.
It was so obvious that they were going to lose in the first round of the playoffs. We talked about it probably in January for the first time.
They just couldn't score.
Yeah. So I think that while this is a good, like they had a good summer.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is like, I'm not thinking about the Rockets and the title next year.
So I've been thinking about that too, because you look at the odds, and the Thunder have the number 1 odds in the West, and then you have Denver and Houston tied.
Right.
I think it was like plus 500 the last time I checked. And I feel like those teams are different in terms of like championship equity.
Right.
And I do not think they should be on the same tier with each other. In fact, I would feel better about having Denver much closer to OKC and then Houston being in that next tier.
Right.
Now, Houston may be the number 1 seed in the West if they're healthy.
Yeah.
But I do kind of agree with that overall question of championship equity.
Right.
Okay, Andrew. Now, you already cooled your jets on the Knicks last time we spoke.
I did.
Do you want to cool your jets on them again?
No,
Okay,
I got to have a new fan base to upset.
Yeah.
I just think there's way too much talk about Luke Kornet.
Oh my God. This is shots fired at me and S.
Yes.
I feel like me too.
Jets. Cool your jets, Luke Kornet, people.
What's your problem? I mean, I know that we talked.
What's your problem, buddy?
I know we talked.
What's your problem?
On Slam and Jam, because I talked about that Owen Phillips article on the F5, where he looked at like who is truly the most underrated player, and he based it on like statistical advanced stats and then Basketball Reference page views. Like who does no one care about?
Yeah.
And Luke Kornet came out as the winner of that.
Yeah.
And then he showed some stats like, look at this, what this guy does in the pick and roll. Like, wait, what does he need to do, Andrew? Like he's in such a great position
it has
for him.
nothing to do with Luke Kornet. It's just that people are just talking too much about it.
Do you think it's kind of like the Wemby Spurs rubbing off on anyone they pick
it's
up?
like anything they do is like, oh my gosh, how do we let them do
The
this?
podcasters like Luke Kornet too much.
Yeah.
And the pod father hates it.
Yeah. I'm just saying cool your jets.
Yeah, you're not saying it's bad.
I'm not saying it's bad.
It's a good signing.
I'm not saying they shouldn't have done it.
You're just saying cool your jets.
Your jets, a little bit. Your jets are a little too hot.
We've talked about Luke Kornet a lot.
It's a lot of Luke Kornet.
Okay.
A little too much Luke Kornet for my taste.
Wemby is also like the ultimate player for you could literally add anybody, and I'd be like, that's gonna look
okay.
Cool.
But Luke Kornet and Wemby on the court together, if they ever do it, is objectively amazing.
I agree. I'm not cool on my jets.
Twin Towers.
Crazy, right? Like I would like to see that. I mean, I think the Spurs, it's going to be fun.
You want to win the title?
Luke Kornet is a great signing.
There we go. So, Andrew, we just completely ridiculed everything you just said, so we canceled that.
Sorry,
out.
you're so wrong, Andrew.
But here's the good news, Andrew. You get first dibs on this next question.
Yeah.
This next award, the It Ain't Much, but It's Honest Work award. This award goes to your favorite small offseason move that will have zero impact on next year's championship race. Just a signing you liked.
Can it be a trade?
It could be a trade. Yeah, it could be a trade.
I just like the Blazers getting Jrue Holiday in the door.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like that's still very up in the air.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like it. I just like getting an adult in the room with this team that like has been there, has done so much in the NBA. Yeah. He's not the same defender. He's not the same player that he was. I just think having a guy to come in and mentor a guy like Scoot Henderson, I think that's huge. I think it's a big deal for them. So I really like the idea of him coming in now. Is it going to move the needle for next year as far as like anything? No. But I like it. It's honest work.
Now, how do you feel about the potential that we could be in year 3 of Scoot Henderson and once again he will be coming off the bench? Because like Jrue Holiday's going to start for that.
Yeah, you have to start Jrue.
Yeah, I don't know. I like adding. I just add like not even. It doesn't have to be about Scoot Henderson.
Yeah.
Just adding him to that Blazers team in general.
Do we think he's going to play for them?
Yeah, I think so. Why is he not? Why do people think that he's not?
I don't.
Help me with that.
Doesn't he feel like a piece that they could maybe flip to a contender?
I just don't know that you. I mean, maybe. I'm not saying I know.
Sure.
I like the idea of having veterans like that on a young team that made a lot of progress last year.
Right. But Jrue Holiday might be too good of a player to be in Portland, if that makes sense. For a team that's like at the level that they're at, they're not ready to compete.
I don't think he's that guy anymore, though.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I don't think he's that good anymore.
Peyton Pritchard was taking his minutes last year.
Yeah,
$6 million a year though.
Right. I mean, right.
I would just say that I like having a guy like that with that experience. It's honest work.
Sure.
And honestly, I think that they saw what happened in the second half of that season, and they were like, we're not tanking. We're not going to be able to tank anymore.
They're too good to tank, but they may not be good enough to have Jrue Holiday. Like, it's a luxury, right? Like, I think that they may get an offer that they can't refuse. This is not a team.
That would be great for them.
Right.
That would be amazing for them.
Right. It's a good.
It's honest work.
It is.
Okay, Dave. So who is your pick for the It Ain't Much?
I don't even know if this is honest work, because how do you get Norm Powell for free?
Yeah, it is nice.
The Miami Heat were just given a gift.
How do you feel though about like the Clippers wanted to move on from him because they were not comfortable with the idea of paying him next year? So if you're the Heat, although I would say, like, based on what they gave up, even if this is a one-year rental, it's great. But what do you think about long-term, the idea of paying Norm Powell on that team?
I think you probably should do it. I mean, again, he's going to be an all-star in the East, right?
Ooh, you know what?
Think about that.
Okay, so me and Andrew, every summer on Slam Jam, we try to predict the first-time All-Stars.
Oh, yeah.
Because on average, there's 6, which is a crazy number. That's a great one.
He might, I mean, like, he's that level of player.
And I think league for 10 years.
Oh, yeah. That would be an awesome one.
It'd be a great one.
And so think about the guys that Miami was playing last year. Is he the best player on the team that's not Bam Adebayo? I mean, second best player on the team?
Better than Hero?
I think he is.
Are we going to be having who do you take for the All-Star game?
Hero or Powell? I mean, maybe
both.
Probably not, because is Miami going to be good enough for it to matter? I think that this is such a move in a positive direction for the Heat. Like, they had nothing going for them. Right. The Jimmy Butler thing, they lucked into getting Andrew Wiggins. I think that's worked out. Yeah. And now they've been gifted Norm Powell. Like, they were looking like another play-in in a year where it would be inexcusable for a team that thinks it's any good to miss the playoffs.
Wait, you think that he pushes them past the play-in?
Yeah, I think they can be the 6th seed, because the East is going to be down next year. It's going to be a down year.
The East is down every year. Okay.
That's true, but it's especially down. Like, the Celtics are out, the Pacers are out.
You think the Celtics are just out?
I don't think that they're going to be very good. They lost too many guys.
They lost a lot of guys. I mean, it's
going to be Derek White and Jaylen Brown, and
who are the 3 best players?
Who's their center?
Who are the best 3 players on the Heat?
It's Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Norm Powell.
Yep, it is.
But in the East?
In the East.
Sounds pretty good.
6th seed.
The JV League.
that they could be the 6th seed. So I think just if you get Norm Powell just served to you on a platter,
he's 32. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, he's ancient.
I'm just saying the number. Just saying it.
Yeah. But I would sign him because they don't get anyone anyway. Like they're not even getting free agent meetings.
Yeah.
Who is the real Norman Powell would be my question too.
Oh, I think we saw a lot of it the last couple seasons in LA.
Yeah. Do you think that he's going to take 16 shots a game for the Heat?
Oh man. How about 18?
Yeah, bump it up.
Who else is shooting? Like Wiggins going to give you like 12 shots a game, maybe.
I just think you want Davion Mitchell shooting 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
You don't want 43% 3-point shooter Norm Powell?
I like Norm Powell. It's fine to get him in the capacity that they did. I just don't know if I want to pay him if I'm the Heat because I just don't know where I'm going.
Well, as this lays out, this has no effect on the championship race whatsoever because the Heat are not good enough.
It's just honest work.
And for them, they just need somebody who can get in there and doggy paddle because that's all the Miami Heat do.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to hang out right here in this warm 7 seed.
Yeah, I know. It's just a non-plan.
Yeah. And I think when you can get Norm Powell to continue that, he keeps you there by himself. I think they maybe break out, get the 6th seed, but they're not winning like in the playoffs.
I know. I hate this style of like team building. It's just my least favorite style of team building.
They're doing, it's kind of like what the Raptors have done.
Yes.
Well, it feels like you're just waiting for like the big move.
We're always going to have this free agent.
It's been like a half decade of that.
You know what? They're selling us AI. It's the same thing, right? The next version is going to wash your dishes. It's going to walk your dog. It's going to be your girlfriend. It's going to do all these things.
Yeah.
That's the Miami Heat.
Wow. That didn't sound as positive as you were just talking about Norm Powell.
Well, I love Norm Powell.
Okay.
Honest worker.
Honest work. Okay, we have 2 more awards. Our next one, the Is This It award? Now, this award goes to the team whose offseason disappointed you the most based on your expectation heading the offseason. So maybe in the offseason, you would have done a pod, say, I just can't wait to see what this team does. Look at all these possibilities that are out there for them. And now that you've seen what they've done with it, you're like, doesn't do a lot for me. So, Dave, who would you pick for that?
How about the Utah Jazz?
Ooh, okay.
They're just cabinet full of all kinds of stuff. Colin Sexton, they have to attach a 2nd-round pick.
That was a weird one
to get him out of there.
That's a weird one.
John Collins, right? Like they get nothing.
Yeah.
In that deal.
Jordan Clarkson bought out.
Yeah. Okay, but they're not tanking.
They are.
This is your summer. This is it.
I'm realizing now, like what he meant by that, and it is so sneaky because he's saying that roster manipulation is tanking,
right?
Yeah. Playing the worst roster in the NBA, not tanking,
and it is bad.
Yeah, it is bad.
It is bad. The one thing is, I actually think taking Ace Bailey, great pick.
Yeah,
do it. Like the NBA, like you're not going to not play.
Yeah.
Period. And then you try to work it out. That's actually your job as the organization is, this player doesn't necessarily want to be here. Let's make him feel welcome and accommodated and all these other things that the good organizations do. And I think Utah going to be great there, right? But I have no clue what the heck they've been doing with their roster and with the assets that they have. They have all these picks. They've not gone and done anything with it. Lauri Markkanen's just sitting there. You brought up how old Norm Powell is. How old is Lauri Markkanen? He's 28 this season.
Yeah.
He's in his prime. He's under contract. Yeah. And they have yet to been able to find a move for him. I mean, they missed the boat on the Warriors. Right. So they're not there anymore. Where else does he fit? I mean, the one silver lining for them, they can always call the Kings and make a deal. Because the King, again, we have bad teams again.
That's true. So 2 things on them. One is if they had this offseason when Danny Ainge first came in, I think I would have been much more into it.
Right.
Because that's kind of what I was expecting. But then they did those 2 years where it was like, we're kind of doing stuff. Like, look at Will Hardy. He's such a good coach. Right. This team is over exceeding expectations. And then they would try to tank like way too late. And I feel like if they just done that from the start, it would be easier. The other thing is, if they just drafted a little bit better,
right?
Like, who is your favorite Utah Jazz prospect?
A lot of it better.
We have had this conversation multiple times. What young guy can you be excited about outside of this draft, right? Because I think Ace Bailey is good. But what young guy on their roster pops at all? It was trying to make Keontae George a thing. I just, it's not like he's fine, but it's not, this is not a needle mover at all.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
And part of that was just not putting themselves in the position to maybe get one of those higher ranked prospects.
Right. But all that they've done, okay, so they trade away Gobert, they trade away Donovan Mitchell, and they have done this weird stuff ever since. It's just been, I have no idea what they're doing.
And we'll have to wait a few more years to find out. Andrew.
Let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
Okay, because you guys are big Thunder guys and small markets.
You guys are big tanking guys.
Okay, so the Thunder were able to do it in a short window. So maybe it's not 1-to-1. But like, I wonder what it's like when you're the Utah Jazz. Okay, you are the thing in Utah to do. Like, you're the most famous. All the most famous people in Utah are probably playing for the Jazz. Yeah. Well, except for now, because we don't know who they are. But if you're this bad for this long, can your franchise withstand that?
Yes.
It can?
Yeah.
Because it just, as long as you get good at some point.
Yeah, and they have a good fan base.
Yeah,
they do.
Fan base. Yeah.
I think that they'll be fine.
But how long will a fan base? I mean, like we saw Sixers fans after 4 or 5 years, they revolt. I don't know.
I think they get one more season before you really start.
You need to start seeing you need some hope.
Yeah.
You need Ace to be good.
And the one good thing about this offseason is they've made their intentions, at least to me, very clear. Yeah. And I feel like their fans will get it too.
Sure.
Like, okay, we're definitely not competing anytime soon.
I would be, if the Utah Jazz social media just posts all those Cam Boozer highlights all season long, you know what I mean? Just get that carrot out there.
This is a good year to do it because there are so many teams trying.
Yep.
And apparently that class is loaded at the top.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
And don't trade Markkanen.
Oh, you keep him.
People are talking about trading Larry Markkanen. If you want to actually be good,
you got to keep him.
At some point, you're going to be bad enough. They won 17 games last year.
Yeah.
And he was on the roster.
And they just said, hold my beer. We can do worse.
We can do
well, they can. I think they'll be about the same, but they just won't have to do all the weird manipulation stuff.
Yeah.
But I do think that don't trade him.
Yeah.
Because that's how the Thunder got good fast, is that they already had a good player on the roster.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think Markkanen is at the level of Shea.
No.
But he's a good player that the minute you trade him, you're hoping to draft a player that's as good as him.
Yeah.
What else are you spending money on?
And that's the thing, why they wanted Cooper Flag so bad, because you slot him in even to this roster, and it's all
perfect.
Everything starts to make a little more sense.
He's amazing.
And by the way, Ace Bailey could be that guy. Let's see.
He could be.
Could be. Andrew, who would you pick for the Is This It award?
The Warriors did nothing.
Nothing.
They let Kevon Looney go.
To
the Pelicans.
That's right.
Shout out to the Pelicans. I don't know. I mean, Steph Curry. I mean, they're a team of old guys, and they're talking about acquiring one of the oldest guys in the NBA in Al Horford.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people still expect to happen. If it does, it makes sense. He's a Warriors type player. But do you think that team is going to win in the playoffs at all?
No.
Are they getting there? And it's not a guarantee that they get to the playoffs, period, next year in the Western Conference.
Don't you think we'd feel so much differently, though, if Steph hadn't got hurt in that series against the Wolves?
But that's the point. That's the point, is that when you're this old, you are going to have injuries.
Yeah.
So,
if they add Al Horford to that starting lineup, do they have a person under the age of 34?
Yeah.
Draymond's 34, Steph is 36, 37.
And it's part of why they need Jonathan Kuminga. Which is a funny phrase to say, but it's kind of why they need Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, I can't stand this recent run of Warriors where they just hold on to these guys from the two timelines idea for so long. It becomes so protracted. Like it happened with Wiseman. It's happening now with Kuminga, where they just can't let go. They can't admit what it is.
Well, because what if Kuminga leaves and pops the way that they thought he might for them? And then you have to hear about it all the time, and you've got to think about it all the time. I understand it. And the thing is, they've got the inside knowledge on Kuminga.
They do.
They know.
They know.
So I think that they are in a position where they have to bring him back. They should probably bring him back.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. They're in a weird spot. They've done nothing. I know they kind of did their work at the end of last year where they traded for Jimmy Butler, but I don't know. I just don't think that team is set up to win at the end of Steph Curry's career.
Do you feel the same about the Jimmy Butler move for them now as you did when it happened?
No. It's just they're a year older. I thought maybe they could make some noise in the playoffs this past year. I just think all those guys getting one more year older.
Yeah.
I just think it's really tricky, and they don't have guys that you can count on behind them. Like their guys haven't developed like they thought they would.
Yeah.
Like Podziemski did not take a step forward last year. I think that's a huge problem. Moses Moody has not taken a step forward like they would have wanted to. Kuminga has not taken a step forward like they would have wanted to. Like, those are the guys that were supposed to help kind of buoy them into this next era and allow Steph to kind of age a little bit more gracefully. But it's like, no, we still need Steph more than we've ever needed.
Yeah.
I will say, though, that team was so different after Jimmy Butler arrived. Like, if you look at Podziemski's stats pre-Butler, after Butler, like, he was a different player.
Yeah.
So I think if you're a Warriors fan, you're looking at that second half run and saying, okay, well, now they get a full training camp. They're going to come into the season. And if we get some health.
Right.
Yeah, they need a lot of luck.
Yeah.
To get to where they want to go.
I can talk myself into Steph Curry doing anything.
Yeah, if they're all completely healthy and they're feeling good, the problem is that, and the reason that they had injuries going in the playoffs is that they had to push so hard just to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just don't know, do they have enough to where they can rest those guys down the stretch? That's my biggest problem with the way this roster is constructed, and why I'm like,
it's not a team that's gonna win a lot of regular season games. Like, it's not this machine that's gonna make it easy for them, because they're not deep enough and they're too old. And if you're gonna have these guys playing heavy minutes in March or February, March to get into like a home court advantage situation, they will be dead by the first round of the playoffs.
They could have used a guy like Norman Powell. They just need somebody to come in.
Well, the Beal stuff with them.
For them. That's all they need.
When their name was mentioned for Beal, I thought it was interesting. You know, they need, but he's not even young. But at least it's another body. They definitely need.
If you're describing them that way, then how can you say, well, they got to bring Kuminga back when he's a guy who was getting DNPs in the playoffs? Like, if their coach doesn't believe in him, how can you bring him back when you need, like you said, you just need more depth on that team?
Somebody.
Moses Moody has dealt with the same thing, right?
Yeah.
In and out of the lineup.
They should have traded both guys a long time ago.
They should have traded those picks. They should have never drafted.
They should have drafted one. They should have drafted somebody else.
The Wiseman pick should have been Halliburton or Bane.
Yeah.
It was, I mean,
both guys were ready to play day one.
The Franz one is the one that I'll never understand, because he made so much sense.
He's a warrior. That dude is a Warriors player, and Kuminga never was.
Yeah.
And this is where like ownership does matter, because when the owner decides like, hey, I'm kind of a draft guy.
Stauskas,
you got problems.
Yeah, big problems. Okay, we've reached the final award, my favorite award.
We'll have to do these rapid fire. But
what's the last one?
I'm just saying,
we'll go fast.
You've already wasted time just saying this. Okay. The Time Traveler from April 2026 award. Okay, a time traveler.
Yes.
From the distant time of April 2026 appears at your bedside and is willing to tell you that everything that happened to one NBA team from now, July 11th, or whenever this is
released,
until April 2026. Now, they're only going to give you the details about that one team, but you'll learn everything. So if they made any trades, how they did in the season, any injuries like that. Which team are you picking today in July?
Milwaukee Bucks.
And what do you want to know?
I need to know if they have a successful season.
Yeah.
It's good for them, right? Giannis stays.
Yeah.
If they don't, I think this would be it. I think this would be the last season that Giannis would be in Milwaukee. The move that they made to waive and stretch Dame and sign Miles Turner, that is everything. They put all their chips in the table for that.
Yeah.
I don't think that they've got the team around those two guys for it to matter all that much, like for them to win a title. I don't think they do. I don't know if they need to win a title.
Yeah.
But they've got to be second round of the playoffs. I think they probably got to win 50 games, maybe 48, like 48, 50 wins.
Yeah.
Home court advantage team. I think at least second round of the playoffs, probably conference finals. And so I would love to know that, because I think Giannis being one of the three best players in the world is a huge, he would be the biggest guy available,
right?
If they have a bad year. If anything goes wrong this year, it's like if Miles Turner gets injured, nightmare scenario. If Giannis got hurt, the whole thing, you throw the whole thing away.
So what do you think the percentage chances that Kyle Kuzma and that future unprotected pick are still on this roster after February?
No way.
So that's exciting, though, because I feel like that package, I mean, I talked about this with Andrew, but like you look at the MPJ and that future Denver package, like I think I would rather have an unprotected future Milwaukee pick than the unprotected future Denver pick. Yeah. So if that could get Cam Johnson, like could they get something? Could they get a real rotation player?
Probably. They need somebody who can dribble. They need anyone who can dribble. They don't have that on the roster.
That would help.
Right. That's what they need. But that's the team I would pick.
And Andrew, time traveler.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Really interesting.
Similar position.
They may be under the most pressure right now. So like we talked about the window with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Like they've got to go win. They've got to go to the NBA Finals
next year.
So maybe you guys didn't hear the award. It's the time travel from April 2026. So you're only going to learn things through April.
Through the regular season. Well, if they have a bad year.
Never mind. Not the Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right.
Sorry.
Because they're not going to have a bad year. But the Bucks could have a bad year.
I'll just say the Lakers. I just want to know, like, what do the Lakers do?
Yeah.
Like, what does LeBron do? What's going to happen here? LeBron's in his last year. What kind of mayhem is he going to cause for the Lakers if things aren't all about him?
Is LeBron on the Lakers at the end of the season?
It's a great question.
I would say yes. I would be shocked.
I think he will be too.
Yeah.
But like, what happens if they're a play-in team?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And they like get bounced in the play-in. Like, then what happens? I'm just curious. What that looks like.
Okay, because this is my favorite award, my answer really quick.
Yeah.
The 76ers.
Oh.
Because I
pick
the Sixers every
single year.
But this time I really mean it. Okay, because this season could go so many different ways.
Yeah.
And all the things you're going to learn, like I'm going to learn Joel Embiid. How many games did he play?
Right.
You know, that's going to tell me a lot. I'm going to be able to get Paul George's stat line. Did he like bounce back? I'm going to be able to see what Jared McCain did in his first full season in the NBA, hopefully. And VJ Edgecombe, who's looked really good.
Yeah.
So I just feel like there's so many interesting things. And it has nothing to do with the fact that they owe a protected pick to my favorite team.
I was about to say.
I'm not interested in that part of it.
Oh, you should be, though.
Right.
Yeah, of course I am.
Come on.
Okay, so that brings us to the end. And Dave, you actually went out of turn on that last one.
Oh,
so
I did.
So you get -1 point. So Andrew, you win. I didn't tell you guys this was a game.
I didn't even know we were doing points.
Yeah, Andrew got 0 and you got -1. I'm sorry, dude.
Man.
Yes.
I feel like I got cheated here. I at least got railroaded. Alex, man, great to have you here in person. And
Taylor Hendricks jersey.
Oh, wow. And it's the bright yellow Utah Jazz jersey. They got that at Ross for sure. That's going to do it for the show, folks. Thank you guys for tuning in. For Alex Speers and Andrew Schlecht, I'm Dave DuFour, and this has been the NBA Daily.